Hi everybody, my name is Kyle Patterson. I am our Director of Culture here with Bryson Insurance, and I'm happy to be joined by Toby McLeod. Toby is our wellness advisor as well as our accounting assistant here at Bryson, and we thought it was a prudent opportunity to invite Toby to share a little bit about the holidays and how to keep well. Because as much as we see, in the media and in movies and everywhere, all the happiness and joy of the holiday, we know that inside, not everybody experiences it that way all the time.
This is true.
And so we thought Toby is a great resource that we utilize in our office, and we wanted to share a bit of her with you as well.
Well, thank you, Kyle. Thank you. So I have some tips to help throughout the holiday season for things that cause you stress or anxiety or depression. And so one of them would be family.
Yeah, family can be very stressful. I love my family, and it could be a lot to be with that many people for a very long period of time.
You might feel overwhelmed when you have to be in a room with maybe 20 family members, and some of them you haven't seen. Some of them don't get along well. That can also be a large stressor for you. So be realistic about what you can and cannot do during the holiday season. If you're finding that an 8-hour visit with your family is too much, then just go visit for an hour or two and quietly leave at that point. You'll feel a lot less stress and anxiety overall if you're not thinking, how am I going to get through 8 whole hours with my family? Another thing you can look at is setting boundaries and making sure that you communicate that with your family.
Something else too, I just know, is that fear of getting that credit card bill after the holidays.
Yes, budgeting. Make sure you're budgeting for your Christmas shopping and holiday expenses, whether it be food or gifts or possibly wine if you're buying any alcohol for the season. Use cash or debit. You won't have a credit card bill in the new year, and make sure you plan a budget before you even leave the house. And that'll keep yourself in sort of a checkpoint of what you can afford to spend rather than overspending.
Something else too is we see the families being together during holiday and whatnot, but there's actually a lot of people who are home alone throughout the holiday season.
Loneliness and isolation is a big thing at Christmas time for people that are stressed at being alone. There are options. There are a lot of free activities and groups that operate during the holiday seasons. There are several churches that offer a holiday dinner on Christmas Day. You don't have to be alone. Reach out. Take the moment and reach out to these. Another thing you can do is volunteer. You will feel very rewarded because you're giving back and helping other people, and you don't know who you might meet and make maybe possibly new friends.
Yeah, that's an awesome idea. And something else, somewhat along those lines, but different, is we create memories over the holidays.
Exactly.
And sometimes that person that we've created a memory with is no longer with us. So how do you deal with grief and loss?
Yes, loss and grief is a challenge at the holidays for anybody, especially if it's a current year loss. This is your first season without that member as part of your circle. Holidays you need to acknowledge them during the holiday season. Don't try to ignore the fact that they're not with you. Acknowledge it. Let the emotion flow if you need to flow. But perhaps create a new tradition that could incorporate something that they love to do, or maybe a new beginning. So you have a clean, fresh start. But acknowledge the loss and embrace that.
Yeah, and you can share that with other people too that are there, because you're not the only person who would be feeling something about that. And it can be fun to share memories and do fun activities like that too.
Exactly.
Something else that I know, I leave for work and it's dark out, and I get home from work and the sun is setting. So what is that all about?
That is SAD, seasonal affective disorder. And at this time of year, it is extremely challenging, especially for people that are already suffering from any type of depression. It can exaggerate the depression that much more. You don't have enough daylight hours. You don't get enough sunlight hours. There are options and treatments that can help with getting through SAD. Generally, it's sort of December until around end of February that people really feel the impact from this. You can look at getting some vitamin D drops. You can also look at light therapy. But for other recommendations based on your personal physical and mental health, it's best to refer back to your own doctor and get recommendations directly from them.
Beautiful. And, also at this time of year is the time that we do reflection.
Yes.
And we look back at the previous year, and that can often be full of excitement of what we accomplished, but it can also be full of heaviness that we create around things that we maybe didn't.
Yeah. If you had a goal in 2018 that you didn't achieve, don't beat yourself up. That's fine. You can make that goal happen in 2019 and take a positive outlook going into 2019. Don't bog yourself down with a lot of New Year's resolutions. Some people don't even create a New Year's resolution because it adds too much stress to their life. Maybe try one or two, and then have something else that you have a goal, and maybe not New Year's resolution per se, but a goal that you want to start in March, or maybe you want to start it in May. So it's still something you can complete in 2019, but you don't have to start it on that infamous January 1st deadline.
Right.
It'll take some pressure off you, and overall you'll feel better.
That's wonderful. And just looking out broader than that, what other resources in that moment when someone's like, you know what, I really need help now, or I would just love someone to talk to now. What do you have recommended around that?
We have multiple agencies that are available, and if you're in immediate crisis or feeling suicidal in any way, call 911. Don't hesitate, pick up the phone, dial. Tell your loved ones and family members the same thing. If they recognize the fact that you're feeling that depressed and that you're not functioning well, don't waste time, call. We also have Durham Distress Center, Durham Mental Health Services, Ontario Shores Crisis Line, and Ontario Mental Health Helpline. They're all 24-hour lines, 800 numbers that we will post with this video.
Yeah, thank you, Toby.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And, from the both of us and from everyone here at Bryson, we'd really like to wish you a happy and healthy holiday season. And healthy really does also consider looking at your own emotional and mental wellness as well. So thank you, Toby, for sharing with us here today.
So mind yourself and your mental health this holiday season.
Take care.